Good afternoon. It is my lunch break. I spent time this morning reading through this a second time, setting up the first scenario, or I should say only scenario. I think there's only one scenario in this book. It has some variations and other ways to play. All right, it's a training scenario, technically, right? How to learn how to play the game. It recommends the Griffin GRF1N and the Wolverine VR 6R, which I believe is the attacker. Yeah, the Wolverine's the attacker. He's coming on the map from the far end there. I don't know if you can see the standee. And the defender, this lone little creature, you have to set him within 3, etc., etc., etc. So I put this in the light trees to start. We got to roll initiative. Remember, winner goes second, but fires first, if I remember right. So I want to make a couple of disclaimers here. One, I've never played this before. Literally, this is my first game ever of the beginner box. Two, I am attempting to learn the game. Therefore, this is not a tutorial, and I'm not by any stretch an expert. So I'm just sharing the game. I'm sharing my first experience, and I look forward to lots of hours of mech combat with this little set, whether it's with friends or whether it's solo. Now, the game is not particularly designed for solo play. But again, that's never stopped me from enjoying games solo if I just try to play fair. So, I do not have extra dice. They do recommend, well, I've seen videos that recommend using extra small dice to mark modifiers, but I think with this little scenario, I can manage to remember the modifiers. So, initiative phase. One player from each side rolls 2 dice 6. The team that scores highest wins initiative, but they actually move second. Weapon attack phase. The side that lost initiative declares any attacks the mech will make, specifically which weapons will be fired and which targets. The side that won initiative then does the same. Each time the player must declare an attack. The declaration can be not to fire any weapons. I think it's fascinating that they actually put in you could choose not to fire weapons. So that implies that maybe in some games you don't have a choice. You have to fire, but I think that's a pretty interesting remark there. Resolving weapon fire, etc. Shoot and fire. And by the way, the other team does get to fire even if in the initial phase you have your weapons destroyed. That opposite mech does have its opportunity to fire before that is affected. Okay, so here we go. We're going to roll for the defending side first. 6, and the attacking side is 10. So the defender must choose to go first. Must move first. I am in light terrain, and of course, this is light terrain, this is heavy terrain. So depending on how I move, it's going to affect my movement rate. The movement rate for this mech happens to be a walking 5, running 8, jumping 5. A couple of things. You cannot change movement rates in the middle of a turn. You can walk, run, jump, not move, and you can turn, but you cannot go from walking to running to jumping in one turn. Again, this is a strategic game. All of that stuff over the course of a battle will matter. So rules as written matters in games like this. So he's going to choose to walk, and we're going to go just into light. That's one more text, so that's technically 2. Into heavy, 3, 4, 5. So there's all of my movement rate. I'm stopping there. We have an attacker. I'm going to do the same for him. I'm going to maneuver, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to move around this terrain maybe. Let's see. Let me see if I can move. This is heavy, so we want to turn. That's 1. Whoops, and there's one reason that these standees aren't great. I found that some of the standees are really loose. They won't stay on, so be aware, those who might be purchasing this, you may need to use glue or tape for the standees. Obviously, you want to use minis if you have them, but for now, I'm going to use these. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, what is his movement rate, by the way? Walking. 4, and I'm going to turn. 5. There we go. So that's done. Now, we do have the fire phase. Range for this guy. Do I have him backwards? Oh, I do. Shoot, I had him backwards. Okay, here we go. So now we need to basically see what he can do. This is our defender. Our defender fires. Oh, wow. We have up to 21 long range for these missiles. There is a clear line of sight between us easily. And then there's the PPC cannon, which is 18 long. So let's just count these off and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he's actually in medium range. Pardon me. Medium range for, he's long range for the PPC. He's medium range for the LRMs. And so we are going to shoot, I think, both of those. So I actually moved, you remember, you only count the last 2 hexes. But light terrain, that's walking, that's +1. Light terrain is 2. But I landed in heavy terrain, that's 2 more. So that's a total of +4 added to my combat. My combat gunnery base is 4, that's 8. He moved 5, and his final 2 hexes walking is +2. So we would add 7 to this guy's to hit. I would have to roll 11 or 12. And again, I think medium distance is, let's see here. And by the way, the hex you're on does not count as intervening, right? So I wouldn't count this heavy wood against my mech. It has to be between us. Medium is +2, so that's a 13. Now in this game, and this is one of the things I love about BattleTech, I wish Dungeons and Dragons, for instance, did this. If the target number is 12 or more, you cannot hit, right? I mean, a 12 I could hit. I have to roll a 12 to hit. But if it's above a 12, it's a miss. You cannot hit on a 12. So 12 is not an automatic hit no matter what the difficulty. So he technically would need a 13. It's impossible. I will not fire with him. Okay, opposite side over here, same thing. We're going to be talking about, he moved +1, +2 walking. The heavy terrain is technically not intervening. So it's +2, walked +2, so that's +4. It's going to be for his cannons. A medium laser, for instance, is out of range. So he only has his AC 5. That's long range. Long range, so that's +4. Long range is +4. It's +8 to force 12. So again, we're not going to fire. We're not going to fire. Okay? It's done. So this turn, they see each other. They're heating up their weapons. They're setting up their weapons. They're starting to get their targeting reticules going. But not yet in range. Okay, now, one question I have. Do we roll initiative every turn? Yeah, initiative phase. So at the start, now we're back to the top. There's initiative phase, movement phase, weapon attack phase, that's it. And then resolve damage if there's damage. So we roll initiative again. Defender. Ooh, 9. An attacker, 8. So technically, the attacker has to go first as far as movement. And let's see here. We're going to run 8. So that's going to be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's double check the modifiers for running 8. He went 8 hexes. Let's see here. Technically he turned twice, so he moved 6 hexes +2 movement. Right? He ran +2. Let's see here. Attacker modifier +2 movement. So +4. This would be a plus. Well, no, excuse me. His attack. He ran +2. Excuse me. The target hasn't moved yet. So I'm jumping the gun here. I need to do the movement phases first for both. So hang in there. We're getting it. I'm learning. I'm going to back up 1, and you can walk directly backward. We're going to back up 1, putting heavy terrain between us, which ends his line of sight for this mech, right? He won't be able to shoot me, I believe, with a heavy terrain line of sight, which is kind of cool. So I've just dipped back into the woods, hiding myself. Let's see here. I want to double check that line of sight for heavy terrain. Heavy woods, thickly covered trees, making movement more difficult. Okay, but there should be weapon attacks. Oh, it's probably on this very easy cheat guide. Terrain, here we go. Heavy woods, +2 intervening hex, +2 target heavy woods. Okay, so they can still shoot me. So he can see me, but he's going to have to shoot through heavy woods. So remember, he's +2 because he ran. I walked back. That's +1, +2, so +5. Again, +5 to 4. He needs a 9 and up. And again, he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's technically at Medium range. Medium range is another +2. He would need a 10, 11, or 12. He would need a 10, 11, or 12. He will go ahead and fire his AC5. Boy, 10, 11, or 12. Yeah, why not? Why not? So that's all he can afford to fire at this range, by the way. And 7, he misses. And that also, by the way, takes... I think that takes one... that's 1 ammo. So what does the AC/5 mean? I'm assuming that means he shoots 5 in one shot. If a weapon uses ammunition, noted on the record sheet under ammo type. So I have ammo type. So does that mean he shoots his auto cannon and it's 5? Bang, 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 bang. Damage is... Under ammo type. Yeah, so I guess that means he shoots 5. Jesus, that can't be right. Or is that, yeah. Or is that a reload? See, there's a great question. I did not see that when I read through this morning. There are 3 or more points of intervening woods would block line of sight, so there's only 1 intervening. Okay, so I did that right. Ammunition expenditure. If a weapon uses ammunition noted on the record sheet under ammo type, the player marks off 1 shot of ammunition on the mech data sheet. Okay, see, there you go. So we're going to mark off 1. AC, and I used 1. Okay, that's cool. All right, now he, again, intervening. He ran. So again, I don't think I'm going to want to fire at him. He ran, that's +2. We moved back 1, that's no modifier, but we're in heavy woods +3. So we actually have a +3 modifier, and we are at medium range for the Griffin. Medium range is +2, so was that +3? So +3, so I need a 7 and up to hit with both my weapons. We're going to fire first the long range. Wow, that's sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically long range, medium range, excuse me, he's inside the 14. +3, so I need a 7 and up to hit with my long range missiles. 6, dang it. Can you believe it? 7 and up, I mean, come on, it's craps. I gotta hit that. Right, LRM, there's 1 shot. And my PPC cannon is medium range. Or is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, it is. So my PPC cannon, oh, missed horribly on the PPC cannon. And again, ammo on this is, there is no ammo on this. Only on the, so the PPC cannon, that's sweet. So no limitations on that weapon, that's great as far as ammunition. Okay, so that ends this turn, right? So we've had 2 movement, we've had 2 phases, or 2 turns. Initiative phase, defender. 7, that's what I needed on the hit. And 7 for them. Tie, we roll again. 8, boy, I love these dice. 7, so the defender wins initiative, so he, again, must go first. He can run up to 8. So at this point, we're going to go... we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just going to walk straight ahead, 5. And I needed to announce that, by the way. I should make it clear I'm walking because I can't change. So we're walking 5. He's got these trees between us. Again, it's only 1 hex between us intervening. So we're going to stay. We're just going to stay hidden in these trees and try to make it a little harder for him as well as us. But walking, so for him to fire, he is going to let loose. I believe he may be too close. 1, 2, 3. Nope, he's going to be at minimum range for his cannons. He's going to let everything loose. And we are at 1, 2, 3. So we're at short range on everything and the autocannon. So he's going to let loose everything. And of course, my Griffin is going to let loose minimum, yep, everything. Oh, my long-range missiles, I can't use them. See, here's a great example of strategy. He goes, I stayed. I should have recognized I can't fire my long-range cannon. I needed to back up 3 to be able to fire minimum. So I cannot use my cannons here, right? So again, I'm learning about the value of range, but we can fire the PPC. So he gets to fire all 3 of his, one roll each. So first, his medium laser, and again, he walked. 2, I moved, I did not move, and terrain +2, so 4. He needs an 8 and up to hit me with the medium laser. Oh, snake eyes, he does not hit me, that's fantastic. His SRMs, the short-range missiles, he hits 9, and his autocannon. Let's go ahead and do the damage for the short-range missiles. We got to find out where he hits. So let's see where he hits me with those short-range missiles. 10, left arm, and it automatically does 2 points on my left arm, right? And again, I printed these off from their website, free of charge. Bang, bang, my left arm is hit. And again, he needs an 8 and up to hit me with the final weapon, his AC cannon. Yep, he does not. He needed, yeah, wait, 8 and up, he hit. And it does, let's see where he hits. He hits doing left torso. Ooh, wow. And it does 5 points. Yep, 5 points. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, big hit on my left side, both my arm and my torso. So that's amazing. Brilliant. Okay, our turn. We only get to fire the 1. He walked, +1, and we have +3. So I need a 7 and up to hit him with my PPC, and we're going to miss. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's going to end this turn. There we have it. All right, so now we're in trouble because we cannot use our long range. Wait, I couldn't fire, but he he used ammo on 2 of his. He used ammo on his AC and his SRMs. Okay, let's roll initiative first, right? Oh, nice. And yeah, so again, he must go first. He's pretty much in a good spot. He's kind of in a good spot here, but he's already lit up our left side. He's close enough to use every single weapon. He can't outguess me because he can't outguess the Griffin because he lost initiative. So he's got to basically prepare himself that this guy's going to move, right? So let's do this. We're going to turn 1 and we're going to back up 1. Yep. So he's going to walk. He turned 1 and backed up 1. We still have movement phase. Oh, we still have movement left, but we're done. We can't move anymore. He needs 6 between him. 1, 2, 3. We need to be a harder target. He just lit us up twice, so maybe it's time for the Griffin to turn on the jets and start moving here. So we're going to turn. Maybe I can back up. 1, 2. We back up 2. That would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still not good enough for the long-range missiles. Dang. But if I turn here, 1 and back up. 1. Now, when you walk backward, how far can you walk backward? Can you walk backward your full amount? Because I know you can move backward walking, but can you go your full amount of movement walking backward? Again, I need to learn these things. Movement. Running, jumping, movement basics, facing. Move allowed backwards. It doesn't tell me I'm limited, right? And I moved out of the woods, not into the woods, so I'm clear right now. Okay, so we turn 1, we're going to go ahead and move back. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we can use all of our weapons as we are walking, boom, boom, backwards. The left arm is smoking, left torso smoking. And by the way, the warrior in this mech is Jay Graham. The warrior in the attacking Wolverine is a guy named Dale Brand. So, you know, I'll let you guys figure out who Jay and Dell are. But we're rooting for Jay. Let's just put it that way. This guy. Okay. Here we go. So, again, we're going to let Dell shoot first since he's lost every initiative roll, which is about right, For the Dell mech, the lieutenant. No, private. Probably a private. They're letting him fool around with this in training. You let the kid borrow the keys to the car, but they can't. You're not going to buy him a car yet, right? Yeah, that's kind of the way it is. Okay, so again, facing, he's not turned, but technically his arc, right? So we technically backed out of his space. I should have had him turn to make sure he had an arc of fire. I think I may have kind of screwed Dell on that one, but that's too bad. They don't really talk about the arc in this. There is such thing. They mention it, but they don't really mention the arc in this book, I don't believe. Let's double check that. Yeah, arc. So he can fire this way. So I kind of messed him up. I should have spent one more movement to turn him facing. That's my fault. I kind of screwed Dell on this one, but tough. He can't fire, but we can. So we're going to light him up. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, I'm learning, so I have to live with this failure because this is how I would learn if it was me. I've screwed myself, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are in range for both. We're going to fire both. He walked backward, so he moved backward 2 hexes, so no modifier. We moved backward 5, but we walked, so +2. And there is, just on the edge of this, there is no intervening stuff. So add 2. So 6 and up to hit him with the long-range missiles. Got him. And where did we hit him? We fire those long-range missiles. 5. Right leg, baby. Let's take his legs out. That is a beautiful thing, that right there. And it does 1 per missile. What? So what does H mean? HT? But I only fired 1. Can I fire all 10 missiles? Is that what they're saying here? 1 per missile. So how many times can you fire it? There's a great question. Firing weapons. Players in the mech's armor with damage. Huh. Players using the mech's armament to attempt to inflict damage on targets. Each weapon always fired individually. When making the attack, roll to beat the number. Right, 12 cannot hit, etc. 2 always hits no matter what. Where's damage? I'm in the wrong place. Damage, here we go. Each attack that hits the target does damage. Every weapon does a specific amount of damage shown on the damage value. Damage value grouping in the weapons inventory of each record sheet. So what does that mean? Wow. So I'm definitely... to apply damage from an attack, begin with the amount of damage inflicted at the hit location and start the step. 1. Answer both. Yes, check 1 armor circle. Yes, go damage transfer to inner armor location. Right, but so far I need to know how much that does in 1 shot. So I hit, and I rolled hit location. Oh, so 1 per every 5 missiles fired. It automatically fires. So what do I literally roll for every missile? Let me double check. So again, bear with me, folks. This is going to be sloppy. The attacker makes 1 hit location for every 5 long-range missiles that hit the target. Group the missiles to hit into lots of 5. So I got to roll again. So he fired 5 and did 1 point of damage for the long-range missiles to the right leg. Now I roll again apparently for the second group of missiles. Is that right? Because it says here you roll for every weapon to hit, but I don't think you roll for every damage. on the cluster hits table, here we go. Weapon size. Weapon size, I assume, is 10. It says RLM 10. So I roll to see how many of the missiles hit. Okay. 8, 6. So 6 times 1 is 6 points of damage to the right leg. That's pretty cool. Is that right? Still not making sense to me. After each hit by a missile weapon, a roll is made on the cluster hits table above to determine the number of projectiles that actually hit the target. On the record sheet, the damage column lists 1 missile, meaning 1 point of damage per missile. Okay. The attacker makes 1 hit location roll for every 5. Okay, so 6 hits. So I have to roll for a second location. So let's go ahead, and that does how much? It does 1 per missile. So we're going to go to the right leg. We're going to do 5. That is so cool. And then we have 1 stray missile. Where does the 1 stray missile hit? 8, is that right? Do I roll for 1 simple missile? I must, because I did 6. And I rolled a 8. 8 is left torso. So the last missile hits his left torso. I will assume that's right. Man, that's beautiful. And I still have my PPC, which does 10 damage. Holy cow. Here we go. And I needed a 7 and up, correct? Oh, 7. Got him. Doing 10 points of damage to 10. To his left arm. We may have knocked out his left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, the bastard still has from the elbow down. Okay, but we lit him up, and he can't fire. So that ends the phase, folks. That's brilliant. Oh, there's the cluster hits table right here. Okay, here we go. Let's see who wins this. So again, I roll initiative first. Uh-oh, I'm going to lose this one. Dell's mad, I can tell. Okay, so we have to now be prepared. I can move 8, so can he. So I can't really outrun him. He moves as well as I do, which is not cool. So what I want to do is get this between us, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got this between us. Heavy, light, light. That's going to mean I block his sight. So he needs to now chase me to create a range of movement. So here's what we're going to do. He sees where I'm headed. He cuts me off. 1. Oops, this damn. I'm telling you already, I'm just about done with these standees. They don't want to stay together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's cut me off as I've tried to move away. Okay. So we're going to shoot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can shoot both. I walked +2. No, I walked how many? I moved, no, just walked +1. He went 5, so +2. That's +3 to me. So I need to roll, again, a 7 and up to hit him. 6, no. And with the PPC, yes, the PPC hits 6. It hits the right torso. So we do 8 or 10 damage to the right torso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're lighting up Dell. All right, Dell. He walked, which is +1. I moved full time, so +3. There's no thing between us. And he can hit us with everything. So medium laser first. It does 5 points of damage, right? That's going to hit. It's going to do 5 points of damage to 6. Right torso for us. Uh-oh. So he's lighting up. Oh, that's new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His next weapon is the short-range missiles. 2, Snake Eyes. He misses those. And then his auto cannon misses as well. So he stinks. That's what I'm saying about Dell right now. And we fired our long range for the second time. That's it. That turn. So he had a chance to really light us up there. But again, he's not real competent pilot. Okay, let's roll initiative for the next phase. So far the game is very easy. I'm probably getting a couple of things wrong here on the HT. It says location. That's where it's at on me. Hit is 4 and 10. I'm not certain what HT means. Is that I'm not certain what the HT means on the weapons and inventory chart. I'm not certain if they even define it in the book, what HT means on the weapons chart. I don't know if that means hit, or is it just a note? It's just there's location where it's clearly at. Unless we're supposed to use that for the hit location, no. So I'm not certain what HT on this means. I know what damage means. I know what minimum range means, short range, medium, and long range means. I do not have a clue what HT on the weapons and inventory headings mean. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and play this out best I can. All right, so again, he won initiative on this, right? I know we haven't rolled initiative, right? So here we go. Let's roll initiative. 5 for me and 11 for Dale. So Dale gets to go second. 5. So we're going to go ahead and turn 1, 2, 3, 4. This puts a little obstacle between us, but we can still see each other. And I will rest my movement there on a walk. He is 1, 2, 3, 4. He likes where he's at. He has to be at minimum 3. I'm now out of long-range missile range. I think he's going to stay stationary, minimize movement, and just try to light me up. So for me, I'm going to fire, of course, my PPC. I'm going to need walking, +1, and we have a light in front of us, +2. He did not move, so +2. So I need a 6 and up, and I do not hit. He needs, for all 3 of his weapons, he's going to need, he did not move. And I moved 1, 2, 3 hexes, so +1, so +2 for him. He needs a 6 and up. First one, medium laser. He misses, thank God. His short-range missiles miss. Oh, Lord, Dell is just not very good. His auto cannon hits, doing 5 points of damage. 2, 3 to my right arm again. So fortunately, he's not hit anything twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's really scattering damage all about my torso and arms. But he's not hit anything twice in a row, which is pretty cool. Okay, that ends the turn. Let's go ahead and find out initiative. We get 8. Dell gets 7. We get to go. He must go first. He's going to walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4 into light. 4 going into light. And I think we're going to, well, I think we're going to stay stationary here, right? We're going to stay stationary. So we got +1. So he walked 1 +2. So for me to hit is +2. So 6 and up. For him to hit, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so he's good to go as well. Technically, he's in long range. Whoops. So again, figuring this out, +4. He may not want to fire those last 2. 6, he would need a 10 and up. So he's going to go ahead and fire everything just because, right? So here we go. He needs a 10 and up for the first 2 weapons. No. No. And the last weapon, he's going to need a 8 and up. Excuse me, 6 and up. Yes, he hits on the last weapon doing 5. To my left arm. Now he's finally hit the left arm again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's lighting up my upper body. Something fierce. He's trying to hit my head and hadn't been able to do it. And that used up another one of his autocannon and his SRMs. All right, our turn. We're going to go, again, we did not move, but 1, and he moved. So 3. That's going to be 3, and we are in short range on both of ours. No, we're at long range on the PPC. So first one, we're going to roll 6 and up for the LRMs. We hit. Holy cow, that's going to do, now we need to hit the cluster. Where, first let's see where we hit. We hit in 7. Is his center, torso, and then how many clusters? Oh, boxcars! We hit 10 straight shots. The first 5 hit so the first 5 hit his center torso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second cluster hits 8 left torso. Man, we're lighting his chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy cow. So both those, oh, that bundle of missiles hit him in the chest and the left torso. Unbelievable. We hit him straight on. Boom. The cannon is long range. So +3, so we need, that was 2, +4, 6. We need a 10 and up. No, we're not going to hit on the second cannon, but that's another shot of my missiles. All right. He's going to be in long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, he's going to be in long range on 2 of these. So +4. I did not move. He moved. Plus, he walked. +1, +5. So 9 and up for his first 2. He misses with a medium laser. He misses with his short range missiles. And now his auto cannon is in medium range, +2. So he needs +2, so he needs a 7 and up to hit me with that. And he does indeed hit me with the AC5. It hits in the 7 center torso, doing 5 points of damage. So we both hit each other straight in the chest. Wow, I can see this could take a long time to have a war. Holy cow. Okay, let's roll initiative. 7 for me, 6 for him. He has to go first. At this point, he wants to get in closer range. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll stop there. Walking. We need to make sure we create long range to use our weapons, so we would have to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd have to back up 2. 1, 2 to fire my long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So here we go. He's firing. We got this between us. He also walked forward. So he walked, +1. He is firing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is in short range on all of these. Well, no, he's still at medium range. 6, right? No, short is up to 6. So no modifier, +1, and we walked back 3, +2. So he needs a 6 and up to hit us with everything, just about. 2, snake eyes, he misses. He hits with the SRMs. This hits me in 4. It is the right arm. And the cluster hits 3. It is a 3 missiles hit, doing 6 points of damage in my right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unbelievable. That was beautiful. Only 3. Cluster hit there. That means he has 2, right? 2 left over. Cluster's a 5. This shoots 6. Right? So that means he has 2 missiles left over. Where do they hit? They hit in 8. Left torso. Doing 2 times 2, 4 points of damage to my left torso. Wow. Light me up. 1, 2, 3. And I have a feeling I'm doing this wrong, but that's okay. First game. I'll study back the video and see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so that is everything for him except his autocannon, which is technically in short range. So again, he needs 6 and up. He hits with the autocannon, doing 5 points of damage in my center torso. 5 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't take much more of this, folks. The cheating son of a gun. All right, we are fortunately in range for our long-range missiles. Minimum. Right? So let's see here. Plus nothing. He did walk. I hit 5, +2. We need a 6 and up. And we get him. 7. We hit him with the first bundle. Let's see how many bundles actually. 7 is 6. So the first 6 hit in his center torso. 6 points of damage in his center torso. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second bundle hit in 5. 5 is his right leg, doing 3 points of damage in his right leg. Oh no, 4 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, we've almost taken out his right leg. His center torso is smoking. Okay, now we have to hit him with this cannon. The cannon is definitely in short range. Short range is plus nothing. He moved plus A 2. So 6 and up for that cannon. Ooh, 11. We hit. We hit in the 9. Left leg. Oh, shoot. And that does 10 damage. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you kidding me? That PPC is vicious. Man, if I'd hit him in the torso, this would be the last turn for him. That's too bad. That PPC is amazing. 10, yeah. Oh, it's awesome as hell. So this sucker is not as well armed, but it is by sheer power. Okay, and he shoots. I already shot. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of that turn. Okay, here we go. Initiative. 5 for me, 9 for him. We have to go first. I have to recognize now that I got to keep him in range. I got to keep him, but I'm getting cornered here on the edge of the map, so we're going to have to make some moves here. We're going to run, by the way. We're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, he doesn't have to do anything but turn 1, so he just watches me sprint and spin. He just turns, and here we go. I will shoot, and I'm at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I cannot use my long-range missiles, but here we go. And I ran +2. We're at short range, so +2. 6 and up for me to hit with a PPC. 6, I hit with a PPC. Come on, baby, make it to center torso. Is 5. 5 is right leg. That may be it. It is. That's the end of his leg. He can't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His right leg is shot off immediately. Here he goes. He gets to shoot at me with everything he's got. And again, I ran a total of 6 hexes. I turned in space, so it only counts as me moving 6 hexes. +2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all short range. I ran right into his wheelhouse. Damn it. So he basically is going to shoot with a +2. 6 and up for every weapon he has. Medium laser hits. It hits me in the 7. That is the center torso, doing 5 points of damage. I'm in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's lighting me up. His short-range missiles, oh, they hit. And their cluster hits, their cluster of 11, that will be a total of 6. All 6 hit in 11 in my left arm. That's it from my left arm. It is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. All 6 missiles times 2, 12 points of damage. Blows my left arm off. Fortunately, it's my right arm that has my missiles and my right arm that has my PPC, so I can actually lose my left arm. That is crazy lucky right there. He blew off the arm that has not got weapons attached to it, so that is freaking awesome. So goodbye left arm. Pilot Jay Graham looks at the readout and says, don't need that left arm, right? That's amazing. He still has his AC cannon, though. Here we go. He needs a 6 and up, and he gets me with the AC cannon. Does 5 points of damage to 7. Uh-oh, I think that's it. Center torso, 5 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is nothing left on my center. I believe he has just wiped out my mech. Torso damage. If a mech's right or left torso has all of its armor point circles destroyed, the corresponding arm is blown off immediately and can sustain no further damage. The corresponding leg is not damaged. Okay, leg destruction. If one or both of the legs are destroyed, he cannot move nor make any facing changes the rest of the game. Wow, so I crippled him. He couldn't have made any moves or face changes as I crippled that leg. But his final shots, wow. Battle mechs can survive the destruction of any body location except the head or the center torso. Any other locations beside the center torso and head take further hits after being destroyed. Oh, that's pretty cool. Or if excess damage remains from the shot that destroyed the location, the damage transfers to the armor of the next location inward. Oh, so this should have been, my 12 points of damage should have done more to his, oh, so I have center torso damage here, don't I? Yeah. So he's gone through my center torso armor. Now he has to actually breach my center torso here. And fortunately, there was no leftover damage to that. A mech is destroyed if its head or center torso is destroyed. Destroyed mechs are removed from the mech. Okay, so he still has to go through my actual center cockpit, basically, it looks like. Wow. Okay, initiative. He can't move. I can literally circle around him now and torture him. Okay, I will not win initiative though. Okay, so he can't move. He can't even change facing. So I can, and he's in deep trouble because I'm just gonna circle around him. Let's try to go through the trees to do it though. One, I'm gonna run. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can shoot out this side. He can still shoot me, and I can still shoot him. I moved 8, so he's gonna. I actually shoot first as I lost initiative. I ran +2. There is heavy between us +2. He did not move, so +4. 8 and up. I can hit him at least with my PPC. No, I miss. I can't shoot my long range from here, so I'm done. He, of course, can hit me with everything he's got. The medium laser, and again, I moved 8, or I moved 6 hexes, +2, and there's this heavy terrain between us. So 4, he needs a 8 and up. He misses with the first one, hits with the second SRMs, the cluster of 7, that is a total of 4 of the missiles hit, and they hit 6, which is my right torso, doing 12 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Man, those SRMs are violent. That means he has 2 missiles left. They hit 7. Center torso doing 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm almost finished, folks. I got to do some serious damage. He still has his cannon. He hits. Uh-oh. If this is center torso, game over. And it is 9. 9 is left leg doing 5 points of damage. That's the first time he's hit a leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, if I'm hitting the center one more time, I am finished. Man, that's awesome. Okay, let's roll initiative for the next turn. Is 7 for me. 9, again, 9 for him. So I have to go first. And again, my goal is to circle behind him. So 1, I'm going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, turn 8. So I ran through the woods, turned and faced him. I got his back to me. He can't fire at me. Here we go. I'm going to light him up. I did run and turn though, so I ran a total of I only ran a total though of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes. It does not count hex sides that I'm aware of. So +2, he's not done anything, and there's nothing between us. So +2, 6 and above. I can only fire my PPCs. I do hit. I hit him in 8, which is the left torso, and it does 10 points of damage to his left torso. That's going to finish his off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, he's still got torso left. All right, roll initiative. Next turn, 5 for me. 10 for him. Again, I have to go first. I'm going to back up. I'm going to turn first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can fire everything I have at him. He's stuck. He can't move. He's a lame duck. So he had me beat. I'm down to 3 center torso points, but because I blew his leg off, he's screwed. So I really have a lame duck on my hands here. Okay. This is pretty cool. So I did move, though. I walked backward. He didn't move, so I walked backward 1, plus there's nothing between us, so +1. So 5 and up to hit with my LRMs. No, we missed with our long-range missiles. That is killer. Shoot. And we, what did I say? 5 and up. I hit with the PPC, doing 10 points of damage to his right torso. I'm just pelting him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. His right torso's gone completely, which means that right arm is gone completely. So I am just blowing pieces of his mech off now. Initiative. 8 for me. 3 for him. I'm going to blow him out of the water. Here we go. Long range 5. I'm not moving. He's not moving. 4 and up. He is a sitting duck. That is my long range missiles. The first cluster of 5 is 6 of them hit. They hit his center torso. Finally, we're going to take out his center torso. That is, what did I say, 6 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means the second cluster of 4 hit. 7, center torso. Holy cow, that's going to knock out his center torso. 1, 2, 3, and it starts into his center torso, getting into the final bit. Oh, that's the rear. Oh, so I should have taken that off the rear. That's not the internal, that's the rear. I just realized that's the rear. Shoot. Well, I'm not going to transfer. We're just going to count it as the center. So technically, he did destroy me, I'm assuming, because that's the rear. So when he negated me, that was it, because the rear part, I'm assuming, right? He doesn't have to take out both the rear and the front. So technically, this was over, I think, when he knocked out that torso. See, so questions here remain, right? PPC reduced the armor value by 10, so the player fills the 10 circles. The remaining 4 points of damage are carried over to the LRM damage value grouping transfer. Wow. Okay, so I just got to do some work. All right, bye.